Hello everybody, welcome to your Friday edition of the MCN. There's not a huge amount going on, but there's some stuff I think that's quite good to kind of like talk about. Some things that I experienced when I came back to live stream after 11 months, like not being able to on YouTube, and that's just because I haven't been available with time because, I work 2 jobs. So it's just trying to find that extra time without, sacrificing videos, which I do like making the videos, long form content, short form, and of course guides that come up with it. Anyway, we'll talk about something that's applicable to that. We're also going to talk about something when it comes to the Kabam gift, the holiday gift, and why it might be important for you to push now to your next progression to then benefit yourself from getting a better gift. There's also a few other things as well, and happy holidays depending on what and wherever you are in the world and what you might be celebrating. So let's get into the show for today. So first of all, I'm not sure what Kabam's structure with holidays is. A lot of companies are back at certain... In the UK, the 26th of December, when I'm recording this, is a national holiday. But I don't know if that's the same for other countries. And I'm sure that there are members of Kabam in the office doing stuff. Especially because they have to monitor certain things, and I don't think any Kabam representative is going to work Christmas Day. But it doesn't mean to say that it's going to be a full squad and team that are going to be back around this time. A lot of people that work in any kind of job, they will try and book these particular days off because it's a larger length of time of better holidays. And you might want to, book off the 26th, 27th, which is the Thursday and the Friday, and therefore be able to have a longer weekend and then start off fresh going into that final week before we have New Year's Eve. What's the point? Well, the point is that's when you're going to see a lot of the things being answered too. Like Kabam, we're going to spend some time looking at certain things. We still have stuff that hasn't been answered, thoughts that players have around things like the way that the communication around bundles have been done. We talked about this on, I think it was the Christmas Day edition of the MCN. And of course, it's still a very relevant and important topic. We're also seeing, and by the way, as we've said before, go and collect your market points. I actually think, oh my word, I am so close to kind of not getting my market points. Right here, whilst I'm recording this, oh no, I have missed, see, that's gutting, that is, of missing out on the points. And I have 3 days time, nearly 4 days time until the 6-pointer comes in, and I've got a further, I think it's 3 more to collect. Well, let's see, let's double check right at the top here. 6 days, that's still 12 more points to claim. So I think I'm going to be fine actually, to get up to the marker here of the 20, which gives me an additional 155 points, which I did forget about in my calculations, and I theoretically overspent by 1 SBC. I could have done 9,000 straight unit spend, but I think again this is came out of nowhere. No one knew about this, and then again that's the kind of problem, isn't it? Kabam went hey, hold off, and this is coming in the Monday. This started on the Monday, but didn't start on the actual event itself date, which is then confuses stuff. It confuses people getting involved with it. So yeah, at least you get their free market points to kind of have a go at this. There's 12 market points at the moment for me. I know there'll probably be a lot more for other people. Does it give you much? Not really. Does it give you something that could be beneficial? Maybe. 155 points could be the next milestone. It may not. Of course, if you're spending, you want to get some extra free market points, well, add it to your totals of your spending. And of course, spenders aren't particularly happy because they've already spent. And then here's the banquet points you can get from these milestones. So, yeah, I think we're just looking for some, idea from Kabam of just some answers against some of the stuff that was being raised, the frustrations that players have, which is, it's relevant. It's very relevant at the moment. And we'll talk about at the end how things went and how there's been good and bad. So, onto the topic of the holiday gift. The holiday gift has a claimable element of 20 something days. By the time this video goes out, it's probably 3 days less than that, 27 days maybe, 26 or 27 days you've got to claim it. What's the importance of it? Well, it's progression. You can go up not down, you can go up your progression. And by going up your progression, what does that mean? You can largely get the gift at a upgraded variety. I should have done a mention. I've been really busy, so it's just like getting all these kind of like thoughts in your mind that you've got to kind of like get out in videos or instructions and things. And a lot of people might have just straight claimed it, right? So apologies, but this is something I think I've got to like write down a long list for next year to say, this is what you need to remember. And that's MCOC in a nutshell. When you think you've remembered 10 things, there's 10 other things that you've probably missed out on. And that is something that I'm going to have to like just figure out a bit better in 2025 to kind of like inform better. But you know, it is what it is. You know, a lot of people forget stuff when it comes to like these things, or there's strategy and tactics around stuff. There's some new things that I'm going to be putting out in next year that I think are really going to be good for the casual player in Marvel Contest of Champions. But that's something for next year. It should be quite interesting, as well as doing new player guides and stuff like that. Anyway, lots of things to think about. If you haven't claimed your gift, then in theory, if you go up a next progression, then you should be able to claim it, in theory. We'll see if that happens. Okay, it's time to talk about the Realm event. The Realm event at the moment is doing very well for the Banquet side of things, and I think it will exist in the same way that Kabam had it as, you know, last year, where they said it was scrutinized, but it out exceeded what they wanted when it comes to a potential side of things. I've stopped, as you know, like I'm chill on this. I'm going to be investing any units, revives, or whatever into doing the career challenges, which I've kind of like, I don't talk about it a lot, but it's just trying to find the time, like, because I'm doing 2 jobs at the moment. I'm just trying to find like a good balance in my life. It was great because I did a lot of work. I think it was leading up like on my lunch breaks, so I could alleviate a little bit of time. That's why I was able to live stream on Christmas Eve, which was nice. But I do miss that, and I've not been able to find the time to do that more often. And hopefully in the new year, with the new position changes that I'm looking to do with my employment and career, that I can just kind of like do that. However, to the point. Realm event, I've stopped. My unit investment is now solid. We did the video yesterday showcasing what I would have got from a Cyber Weekend deal versus what I actually got overall, the value side of things. Interesting video, of course, not exactly brilliant, but we'll have to see what happens at the end of the year. I did that holiday gift save everybody. Anyway, the amount at the moment in game points wise is just under 4 billion. It's 4 billion points. That's surprising. It really is. In a good way and a bad way, because obviously people have invested into that one, whatever you got from it. So if you divide it theoretically by 400, those points, then you get 9,760,462. So we'll take that figure there. If this works, then it's good. If it doesn't, I mean, I'll be surprised there. So that's how many crystals have been opened. Now, if we times that by 300, because that's theoretically the unit, it gives us 2,298,130. Yeah, no, 2,928,138,600. Now, in theory, that's correct. Maybe with that, it won't be exactly, will it? Because it's like a lot of those units are not theoretically invested in it. It's actually different than that, because it's like, you know, what was it, 9 million crystals, like not all of them were being bought with units. Some of them were for free. So if Kabam gave out a certain amount for free, it would be a lot less. But let's just say for hell's sake, like it is about 1 billion units. It's like over 1 billion units have been used. Let's face it, 1 billion units have been used. It's probably in the pursuit of getting that first ever rank 4. So if we say that 1 billion, we've tried to do this before, like it's not completely accurate, by the way, don't take this out of context, like it's just a theoretical, it's rough, it's estimates potentially. So if we had 1 billion units divided by, I don't know, again, people had bought Odins, then that's 322,580 Odins. If we're then saying it's 500, if it's 322,580 Odins, then that means that people have spent 99.99. So Kabam might have earned about $32 million from it. Look, again, it's just an estimate. It's just rough. These are play calculations. Like, I'm not doing this any seriously because I'm not quite sure. So it might have been a very good payday for Kabam, even if 1 billion units were used in this event that were bought via spending for it. So they could have done very well from the Banquet event. So this is why it's important to get it right. We'll be talking more about the Realm event, I'm sure, later on in the next week, especially as we go into the end of the year. What are your thoughts on this? Yeah, put it in the comments. Are you surprised? So one big topic that we're going to end on, or like an interesting topic to talk about, is promo codes, right? There's no promo codes out at the moment. That, just make it clear. None that I know about, unless there's secret ones that, you know, have been put in some kind of like, I don't know, stuff. I've seen this quite a bit. You might think, why mention it? What's the point of mentioning it? Well, I've seen it like just, it keeps on rising up a bit more with discussion. And even when I was live streaming, I came back, as you know, 11 months hiatus on this YouTube channel, live streamed for the first time on Christmas Eve. I do annual Christmas Eve live stream. Yeah, that's the right words. And it was fun, by the way. Thank you very much, everybody that supported and came out for that. We had a good laugh, and it was good. We played obviously MCOC, then played Fall Guys. A lot of chatter, a lot of engagement, and that's just the best thing about, you know, community. So thank you again for that. I had a great time. But I did see quite a bit of the talk about promo codes, and then there's a few forum posts, and then there's people asking in Reddit, then there's people in different types of well-known Discords, you know, constantly asking about it. These are normally just not revealed. Well, they are revealed on things like the Kabam live streams. For anybody and there's people that, not just veterans, I'm talking new players to the game, because new players see stuff and they're like, oh, so are we getting a promo code? Is there a promo code? And they ask questions as well. So this is just as much as like helpful for those that are new to the game or not. Promo codes will largely be for Kabam live streams, unless there's any kind of special things like, you know, Vegas, Battlegrounds tournament. So that'll be when you'll see anything like a promo code. But yeah, I thought it was quite interesting that people were kind of like, you know, constantly asking about the promo code side of things. That's not, by the way, that is not a promo code, by the way. It's not. It's just not. And a lot of the time, if you are one of those people that are curious, or yeah, I'd say curious actually is a nice word to kind of like put with that. If you're curious about more promo codes, and people give you something that you might think is a promo code, it's not. They may be just trying to wind you up, and you may like take the bait from it when you try and type it in and find out it doesn't exist. Anyway, that has been it for Friday. Have a lovely day, whatever you're doing. I'm going to get back to work with kind of creating some content to kind of like video wise, and plan some stuff for the new year. Exciting times ahead. Let's have an amazing 2025, shall we? Check out some other content located on screen, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye for now.